girls and pretty boys make up that place, jump in the race. Life's a kick in this town. Life's a kick in this town. Yo que te digo, aquí vivo yo. Dicen que somos de mundos distintos, no lo creo, no. Amo a tu lado y trabajo contigo, es la realidad. Vivo en tu casa y cuido de tus hijos. Life's a kick in this town.
And then we will all be dancing in the streets of Los Angeles.
This town is our town. It is so glamorous. I bet you live here if you couldn't be one of us. This town is our town. It is so glamorous. I bet you live here if you couldn't.
Got another story.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this will be the last story. Alright, I was living at another house. They had a little thing going on with stencils. And we made up this little stencil, this hammer and sickle. And we would take it and spray paint it like on manhole covers and people's cars and things like that. Anyway, I didn't really have anything to do with it. One night we had a party. I was getting up to go grab some milk and walked out of the house, and across the house is this antique place, memorial place, and it's from the 1850s, and it's got this ancient stone wall, these little plaques on the wall. Somebody had spray painted a hammer and sickle along this fence. There was a couple of them, and as I walked out, I saw a cop talking to a couple of people, and as I walked out the door, they swiveled their head, and the lady pointed at me and my house, and the cop looked at me, and I was on my bike, so I just split. Well, I come back later and talk to my friend. Instead, what happened was the cop walked across the street, and the cop knocks on the door, and my roommate answers, and says, "Hey, do you know anything about these hammer and sickles that are spray painted all over the neighborhood?" My roommate goes, "No." And I then looked over, and out on the porch was the stencil and a can of red spray paint was sitting there on the porch. And he kind of looked at it, and the cop kind of looked at it. My roommate said, "Well, there was a party last night, and I don't know who came over and whatever, but they must have done this late at night and left behind the stencil and the spray paint." And the cop said, "Well, if you find out who it is, here's my card and give me a call." So we didn't really worry about him too much after that. True story. It was an IU cop.
Small town city. This is small town city, where everybody knows what's going on. Small town city, population, small town city.